Hello friends, welcome back. Another episode of BigDenoPlays Ashes. Exceptional game. If you haven't watched any of the other playthroughs, I'd highly recommend you go and watch some of the early ones. I did do a little bit more of explaining of how the game plays. Right now we're getting pretty deep into just playing new decks and having a very good time against some of the more challenging levels of Chimera to face. We're going to dive straight into it this time. We're playing a deck. We're playing Victoria Glassfire. There she is. I don't know too much about what people think of the characters, which ones are the strongest, or anything like that. She looks pretty cool. I don't know that I love this ability, which is reroll our dice and their dice. That could backfire. Probably less so in this. I mean, if I'm going to use it, I'm going to use it on these dice, which we already know are going to be detrimental, so re-rolling them can't make it worse. But yeah, I don't know that that's a strong ability for the cost of a dice. That is a hefty cost. We're playing with the last deck that I haven't tried yet, and we're playing against the Siege of Lordswall. Which is the zombie one. So we've got drowning zombies. Abyss aspect is the aspect we're playing. I love the zombie. I think the zombie is my favourite of all of them. The Siege of Lordswall. Couple of wolfies. Nice. Only one face and a lot of basics. Maybe we'll be using that ability. No, I think she's got a fair bit of dice manipulation, does Victoria, so we'll commence shortly, but let's have a look at the first five. So Magnificence, this is the one that comes in the other deck, that comes with maybe this one, Spawn a Shadow Wreck maybe, I'm not sure. And I've replaced all three of her starting cards because her starting cards are actually dead cards in the original one. Great artwork too on both of those. Incredible. But yeah, this one is, you can't do it. You can't copy it. It's basically a dead spell, a dead card. So we've just replaced it with all of those. Summon Shadowhound. It costs us 3 faces. Wow, you can deal damage. I didn't look at the Shadowhound. What does it do? Can it be targeted by attack spells, abilities, or dice powers an opponent controls? This unit cannot be guarded against. Wow. Alright. Shadow Spirit. When this unit is declared as an attacker, lower 1 die of a target opponent's active pool 1 level. Okay. Flash Archer. Double shot. Pew pew. And Body Inversion. That's a ready spell on the spell board. So, some interesting stuff there. We are not going to have enough dice to do everything that we want to do. So, we can do the Flash Archer though. And I think maybe we will do that. So yeah, let's do the Flash Archer. Put it on the board as a main action. 2 and 2. And then we're actually going to use Victoria as a... Oh, it's a waste to use it now, don't I? Yeah, we'll hold. Side action, Body Inversion. Boom. Alright, well let's see what our Chimera friend wants to bring to the table. It's good stuff. It's good stuff from me. Drag below. At the start of the Chimera's turn, remove 1 status token to attach a drowning alteration spell. Don't love drowning. Don't love drowning. Alright, maybe we'll just kick into a Magnificence, which is her side action. Reroll up to 4 dice in a target player's active pool. Swap attack and life, doesn't really matter. Deal 1 damage, deal 1 damage. It's a pretty good spell, actually. So if we do that, as a side action, we're going to reroll 4 of our dice. 2 faces, that's good. Better, it's an improvement. And then deal 1 damage and 1 damage. So 1 and 1, so we just kill that. We don't have any chance of that being guarded. And that gets us 1 blood and was a side action. Not bad. Main action, we'll put a Summon Shadowhound onto the board, and we'll continue. 12s galore. A 6 and a basic. Reveal, attack with the rightmost aspect that can attack. Capsize. After this unit destroys a unit, yeah, we're not doing that. I don't accept that. We'll be taking that on Victoria. Let's go, Victoria. It's your time to shine. So that's exhausted. We do have the option to just attack that for 4. She's got the plink and plink, or she can just attack for 4. It's a good option to have. Summon Shadow Spirit requires a wolf. So side action, let's meditate. Actually, we won't meditate yet. We'll hold. An 8. Reroll 2 basic rage dice. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3. And then reveal. Drag below. Start of the Chimera's turn, remove 1 token to attach a drowning. Alright, let's try using Victoria's ability. So it costs us a face. And so we're going to exhaust her. Surprise, and we're going to re-roll these 3 dice. Hey, it's not bad. And then we'll re-roll these 3 dice. Okay. Don't know if that was worth the cost of 1. That was a side action. Main action. The Flash Archer is just going to attack the Capsize. So that kills the Capsize. 1. Actually, maybe I'm better off attacking the Drag below. Yeah, we'll attack the Drag below. That's exhausted. We don't have to worry about that. And that puts drowning. So we're at 2 total. Alright, Flash Archer is done. A 10, place a Rainwalker, and then reveal. From the depths. Whoa. And this unit is declared as an attacker. Okay, so that's going to do 1 damage. 3 and 3 is annoying. We don't get to use our body inversion spell. Alright, we're going to meditate twice. 1, boo. 2, boo. They're both wolves now. And let's summon a Shadow Hound using Summon Shadow Hound, because it can't be attacked and it can't be guarded, and we can just hold on to it for the moment. That's a 9. Reroll 2 basic rage dice. And then reveal. Alrighty. Whirlpool. Start of the Chimera's turn. Remove 1 status token from this unit. Then it was the last token. Place an exhaustion token on each unexhausted unit the opposing player controls. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's summon a Shadow Spirit here. And it's going to attack that. And it'll lower that. Okay. Yep. So we're going to attack now with From the Depths. That's going to go on Victoria. So she's going to go to 6 damage. And she is also going to gain a Drowning Conjuration, which is her first. And then we deal 1 damage to our Flash Archer because we have 1 drowning. It's now our turn. Oh, back goes away. It's now our turn. And so our Shadow Spirit will attack here. It can be guarded against. Oh, is it guarded? It is guarded. That's annoying. So 2 damage on the Siege of Lordswall. And we can lower 1 dice in their pool because we're declared as an attacker. Their turn, it's going to attack the Phoenixborn. Very annoying. Very, very annoying. I can't block that with my Shadowhound, or that is a very expensive block. That attacks. So I guess the Shadowhound can't be guarded against. It'll kill Capsize. And the Rainwalker will put 1 damage onto Victoria. So the Rainwalker does that. So we got 2. Guess what? It's a very bad start. This Whirlpool should have been dead. But instead, we trigger the ultimate. We're placing 2 Rainwalkers out on the field. Deal 1 damage to all units the opponent controls. Guess what? That wipes our board. That's tragic. That is tragic. Place 2 Rainwalkers. So replenish those aspects. Alright, not a promising start. But some interesting stuff there with those dice abilities. Let's see what we've got to play with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another Summon Shadow Spirit. Shadowhound with Focus, that's good. Another Magnificence. Oh, 1 damage, 1 damage, that's actually useful. Body Inversion. Prevent 1 damage from being deceived. Particle Shield. Cool. Bit better starting roll, Deno. A couple of Wolvies. Plenty of faces. Alright. I feel better. 11. Place a Rainwalker conjured aspect onto this battlefield. And reveal. Okay, so we have to re-roll 2 rage dice when this comes into play. So that's there, and we have a second drowning applied. That's a body inversion target though for our Magnificence. Oh, we can't combo that. Actually, that's dumb, Deno. Swap 4 dice. Yeah, I think this might we might just kick off with this as a side action. Reroll up to 4 dice in a target player's pool. These are not exhausted, by the way. Neither is she. So we'll reroll 3. Alright. Net gained. Let's focus on the little wins, Deno. And then we'll reroll 3 of our own. Ooh. Then we get to swap a target printed attack value with its printed life value for the remainder of the turn. We'll swap those 2. Deal 1 damage to a target unit opponent controls. 1 damage. 1 blood. And then I think we're probably better off attacking one of these Rainwalkers, aren't we? Yep, we'll just plink a Rainwalker because it's all attacks on her. That was just a side action. Oof. Let's summon a Shadow Spirit. Okay. Well, this comes here. And that was in the first turn, so this is its second turn, so that goes away. An 8. Target opposing player must place 1 wound token on their Phoenixborn or their rightmost unit. and then reveal. Oh, that is an attack 5. What is that card? While the opposing player has a depth level 3 or greater, they cannot target this unit. That is absolutely outrageous. Okay. That's unreal. So, main action, we're going to target the Shadow Spirit into the Whirlpool. And we're going to die, but we also get to lower a basic thing. So that's out. Shadow Spirit dies when it's declared as an attacker. And then, so that was a main action. Side action, we'll just put another body inversion. Okay. We really need to get our Shadow Spirit, our Shadow Hound out, don't we? Yep. So we can kill that. A 1 reveal. Okay, and that's it. So we know that's attacking, attach a drowning, and then deal 3 damage to our leftmost units. So let's put Summon Shadow Hound on the board. That is exhausted, by the way, as a main action. This is just going to kill us. I think we need to summon another Shadow Spirit. Yeah. So we'll play Summon Shadow Spirit there as our main action. And that's it. We've got lots of dice. Just Victoria's going to die, I think. We're at 12 of 18. So this attacks Victoria. She takes 3 damage and she takes a drowning conjuration. Oh, sorry. We're going to remove a drowning by lowering that down to a face. Cool. So that goes and it attacks her, then deals 2 damage there, so nothing happens. So now we'll summon a Shadow Spirit as our main action, using a wolf. So it's going to get killed by that. And then we will lower that to allow me to remove another drowning. Cool, so this attacks, it kills us, we do 2 damage back. 1, 2. We will summon a Shadow Hound and we will lower this to remove our drowning level again. So the Shadow Hound comes out 1, 2, 3 from these from the depths. Yep. And we'll side action to meditate 1, 2. 1, 2. I think I'm actually do it 3, 4. 3. No, not now. Flash Archer 4. What does that one even do? Okay. So we've got 4 wolf heads. This is going to attack. We're going to block with this. It's a waste of that use, Deno. But we'll play Particle Shield. So we're going to suffer 1 damage. So we're at 14 of 18. Shit, that has escalated quickly. And those two die. Now we do another summon Shadowhound. That one's exhausted. Oh no, it's not exhausted because it's a Rainwalker. And we will summon another Shadowhound, which is our second one, spending our last 3. Because of the focus one, we can deal 1 damage to a target unit. We'll deal 1 damage to that. So that is 1, 2 blood, 9. And these two will both attack, and they're stalked, they cannot be guarded, so we're going to go to 13 there. Killing both of those, wiping the table. The 2 Shadowhounds ready to roll. And we're first. Ooh, ooh. Shadowhounds. Just got to keep control of that drowning situation. Oh, that's good. Lots of wolvies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we could very quickly just drown. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Figures in the fog. Place an exhaustion token to cancel an attack. You may play this spell after an opponent targets you. Cancel that effect. Whoa, vanish. That's awesome. Another summon Shadowhound. Discard a target exhausted unit. Goodness me, you can do some fun stuff with that, can't you? Alright, we're first. I think we have to get a Shadow Spirit out. Because if we roll the attack, reveal an attack with the rightmost aspect, I suppose we can block it with this if we need to. It'd be a waste, but we can still do it. Yeah, alright, we'll summon a Shadowhound as our main action. And side action, nothing. We get more value out of that when we summon those now. It's a 5, it's the one we didn't want. Attack with the reveal and attack with the rightmost aspect. Drag below. At the start of the Chimera's turn, remove a status token, 2 blood. Yeah, so our Shadowhound's going to die because we'll jump in front of the attack and we will kill that guy for 1 blood. Yeah. That's pretty cool, actually. Alright, let's summon that Shadowhound back. No, let's actually summon a Shadow Spirit. Boom. No side action. 7. Target opposing player must place 1 wound token on their Phoenixborn or on their rightmost unit. Don't like that, so we'll try and save that. 15 of 18. A couple of drownings here will wreck us. Alright, the Shadowhound's just going to straight up attack that deep end. It can't be guarded. It kills it. 2 blood. Main action. 1, 2. No side action. And that's it. That's a very bad card. A 6, reveal, attack with the rightmost aspect that can attack. When this unit comes into play, attach a drowning and then re-roll X basic rage dice. It's going to attack the leftmost. We'll take that and we'll kill it. It's 1 blood. So let's side action that down. Main action that into another Shadow Spirit. And the side action to drop that down removes the drowning. 7. Target opposing player must place 1 wound token on their Phoenixborn or rightmost unit. We'll put it on the Shadow Spirit. It dies. And then reveal. Deep End. Alright, we're going to be able to use these cards here. Figures in the fog. Actually, I need a wolf for that. Alright, so let's side action 1, 2 to bring 2 wolves in. Wolf and wolf. And then main action. Main action is to summon a Shadow Hound. So when we do that, we can deal 1 damage to a target unit, then 1 damage to a target unit. 1 and 1. And we have a Shadow Hound on the board. Last roll, Deno. 11 and a red Rains. Place a Rainwalker. And then reveal. Undertow. Undertow. When this unit comes into play, attach a Drowning and re-roll 1. Okay, so I feel good about my decision now. So let's summon a Shadow Hound as my main action. And we do that spending 3 of these. We'll plink 1 damage off that and kill that. 1, 1, 2. And then we'll plink 1 damage off that. 1, 2. We're at 20. And then we have 2 of those. Main action will be to lower that to, sorry, side action will be to lower that to remove the Drowning. We're at 15 of 18. The Rainwalker attacks. After this unit becomes exhausted, it's destroyed. Alright, I don't really want to take the damage, so we'll literally spend that. Figures in the Fog to force that guy to discard from exhaustion. And then we will put 6 damage onto the Chimera. And I think that'll do. Oof. Oof. Uh-oh. No wolf, 1 wolf, thank goodness. We can cancel an attacker. Because they're first. We've got 9 damage to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they will be exhausted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Magnificence! Yeah, Figures in the Fog. Nice. Okay. This is a great deck too. I'm loving this deck as well. This game's unreal. 2. Attack if able, if not, reveal. What do we reveal? We reveal a Capsize. After this unit destroys an opponent controls by attacking, lower all dice. All these come away, so I can bring more Shadow Hounds out. So let's attack with a Shadow Hound. It cannot be guarded against. That's 2 blood. 28. It dies. Side action. No, nothing for the moment. Yeah, actually we'll discard 1 to get another wolf. Their turn. 2. Attack if able, if not, reveal. Whirlpool. The start of the Chimera's turn, remove a status token from this, place an exhaustion token. That's all fine, because I think we'd probably just play Magnificence now. Reroll up to 4 dice in an active player's pool. Swap it, deal 1 damage to a target unit, then deal 1 damage to a target unit. Let's do that. That's 1 blood, we're at 29. And that's a side action. So as a main action, let's just summon another wolf. Shadow Hound. And if we get through the next turn, we're home. That would deal damage to a target unit and a target unit, but we don't need to because there's no units. A 2. Attack if not reveal. Capsize. Well, that's it, I think. I mean, we can hold off here because we've got figures in the fog. So after it declares an attack, we just spend this wolf to do it. But we'll just push both Shadow Hounds onto the Siege of Lordswall and go to 35 with our 6 attack. Cannot be guarded against. That's great. That's another great deck. These are an interesting creature, having inability to be attacked until you want them to be. And Stalk, that's crazy. You can see why they're expensive. Victoria, yeah, I don't love that ability, the dice rolling ability, but it served a purpose in that game. This aspect is a really interesting one. If you let the drowning cards get into play, you get into real trouble very quickly. What's interesting is that none of these cards really have much difference between attack and life, so this body inversion spell proved to be pretty irrelevant, whereas some decks, they do have quite a lot of impact. So discard target exhausted units. Yeah. See, this would be really good against those lurks where you can't attack them. Just flip their attack off and then say, "See you later, friends." All right, great game. So I reckon we might finish with the Ashes. We're going to go back into Dragon Eclipse, so we may put Ashes away very soon. But I think we'll finish off with the campaign. I think we'll finish off with the campaign using my favourite character, which is James Endersight, and he is the Necromancer. So we'll give him a crack and we'll have a campaign. We might try a heroic campaign against one of them. Probably, yeah, maybe the Frostwild Scourge, but using one of the other aspects, the webbing one. That might be fun. Or we could just randomise the aspect and stuff. Great. All right. I hope you enjoyed, friends. I'll catch you on the next episode. Big Deno out.